Podcast Show.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Myers, and welcome to the Rich Myers Podcast Show. I'm here tonight with Shannon, Gilbert.
That's right. Yeah.
How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good, Rich. Now that we've got things rolling. Wow. Isn't technology great?
Yeah. I listened to your track. Call me that one more time.
All right.
That is pretty good.
That's a true story. That's a true story.
What influenced it?
Well, okay, so one of my best friend lives up in around Pinehurst, North Carolina, and he called me one morning. He said, "Dude, I got to tell you what happened last night." I said, "Okay." He says, "Man, I went to a Waffle House and I was sitting down and I was eating breakfast, and it's late. It's about 2:00 in the morning. I just got off work and I was like, well, Robert, what were you doing out so late?" He says, "Well, I was finishing up a chimney on the inside of this guy's house, and I was working late because it was inside, and he was letting me work late, and I was getting hungry, so I went up to Bisco Waffle House, get me some bacon and eggs. This guy comes in, and he's got his knife, and he's waving it around, and he's banging on the glass, and he's threatening the waitress because he didn't get his Waffle House sauce." I said, "Are you kidding me?" He goes, "No, man, it was crazy." He said, "We were all sitting there scared to death, didn't know what was going on." And I said, "Man, you need to take this outside. You need to chill out, calm down." And the guy just laughed at me. And then he called me a name. And I said, "Listen, you need to calm down. You need to go outside." And then he called me a name again and said some other stuff. And then he said he was going to, hurt me or cut me or something. And then he called me that name again. And I told him, I said, "Listen, you're going to call me that one more time, and that's going to be the last thing you say tonight." And of course, he called him that one more time, and that was the last thing he said that night. Cops came and the whole 9 yards. They had them both out sitting on the sidewalk with handcuffs. And my buddy, he got him out of the Waffle House and got the knife out of his hands. But cops showed up, and the waitresses were like, "No, that guy, he saved us. And this guy, he started everything." So they ended up taking the guy with the knife to jail, and they let my buddy go. And cops were like, "Yeah, we probably would have done the same thing." And so I just took that whole story and wrote the song with it. And I thought, what a great idea for a song. So and people seem to like it. So it's kind of funny.
Okay. Now let's take a listen.
All right.
Robert walked in just past 2. He'd been working hard with his Mason crew, bacon and eggs and a side of toast, till a loudmouth punk stepped up to Bose, cussing the waitress, banging on the glass, waving a blade like he's a badass. Robert said, "You better calm yourself down," but he just laughed and clowned around. "Oh yeah, you think you're bad 'cause you got a big mouth. Oh yeah, I'll give you the special from the Waffle House. Boy, call me that one more time. You find out fast you cross the line. This ain't no game, it ain't your stage. Your folks are lying inside this cage. Call me that one more time." Robert stood tall, didn't shout, just said, "Boy, you better get out. You wanna flex and act real tough. You best know, boy, I'll play rough. You was wanting some salsa than fries, but you got a fat lip and a big black eye." Cops appeared and the cuffs came out, but they heard the truth, there was no doubt. "Oh yeah, you think you're bad 'cause you got a big mouth. Oh yeah, I'll give you the special from the Waffle House. Boy, call me that one more time. You'll find out quick about crossing lines. This ain't TV, it ain't 10. I fight for peace and I'll defend. Call me that one more time." down south. I ain't scared if you try to strut. Boy, I play spades and shady shell nuts. You think you're bad, now take your check. You should've left before I backed your neck. Robert walked the law, said straight when you done the same, ain't no debate. Oh yeah, you think you're bad, cause you got a big mouth. Oh yeah, I'll give you a special from the Waffle House. Boy, call me that one more time. Now you're sitting in a jailhouse line. You got called out, got your ego bruised. Played a bad hand and now you lose. Call me that one more time. Boy, call me that one more time.
Yeah, it's like a flat-footing song.
Yeah, so that's some foot stomping music. That's some face stomping music.
Do you have any other songs, concerts, and what's next?
Yeah, I do. We actually we just released an album. It's the band is the Three on the Tree, and you can find us on Spotify, YouTube Music, anywhere that they stream music. And if you feel so generous, please go to iTunes and just buy the album. My wife would appreciate that. So, but yeah, the album is called "Come Get You Some." We've got 16 tracks on the album. 10 of the tracks are originals, and the other 6 are just covers. But they're unique to our style of music. We try to, as you can tell, our style is a little bit country outlawish. It's hardcore country. I don't know what you want to call it, maybe, but it's southern rock country. I don't know. It's just we're just a bunch of good old Georgia boys that like to have fun and play rock and roll. So, and it sounds like country rock. I don't know. It's fun though. But like I said, we got 10 of the tracks are originals. I wrote all of them. I had a little bit of help with our guitar player Rodney Burr. He helped me with some words and helped me create one of the songs, "Two Wheels, One Life," which is a song about motorcycle safety. Because I don't know if you're aware, here in Georgia, we had just had a guy, Brent from the band Mastodon, guitar player from Mastodon, had a bad motorcycle wreck about 6 months ago, and it ended his life. And so, with him, John Athon is another bass player here from Georgia that had a motorcycle accident, and it was fatal. Also, Barry Oakley of the Allman Brothers, and of course Dwayne Allman, all motorcycle accidents. So, the musicians, we're all bike riders in the band. We all like to ride motorcycles, and we just think that it's important that people respect motorcycles, and we need to promote motorcycle safety. So that's what that song was about, and that song is called "Two Wheels, One Life." It's on our album "Come Get You Some," the Three on the Tree. Check it out.
Okay. What do you like about being a musician?
Music is always been something special to me. It's another language entirely. But what's so cool about music is that it crosses borders. I can sit down and play music with someone who speaks a completely different language than me, and I've done this, and you can just communicate without speaking the same language, but you can understand each other and you can understand emotion. And it's always fun to get with like-minded people and play music together and you know, see where it takes you. You know, it always takes you to a pretty cool place. Well, speaking of a cool place, Ideal Sports Bar is a cool place. We're going to be there in Lakewood. That's in right just south of Atlanta, just barely south of Atlanta. That's going to be this Saturday night. So Ideal Sports Bar. I can give you the address, but I think it's like 1820 Lakewood Avenue in Atlanta. So yeah, any of your listeners are in the area, please come by, and we'll be doing all of our originals plus a bunch of cover songs, and we'll just be having a good time. So come on out.
Okay. Do you got a special song when you're performing to energize the crowd?
That one's pretty good. The one we just played, Call Me That One More Time, gets them pretty pumped. Then Come Get You Some, our title track. You know, the first time that we played that song live, by the time we got to the second chorus, everybody in the room was singing along with us. So we think that song's got potential, and it carries us when we play. As far as our cover songs, you know, we usually get them up on the floor with just about everything we play. You know, Whip and Post is a lot of fun. Any of the Allman Brothers stuff that we play is always fun.
Okay. What was your first music teacher like?
Oh wow! So my first music teacher, I can barely remember. It was this. I mean, my first music teacher, I guess, was my dad because he taught me how to play the ukulele. Um, and then he bought me my first guitar when I was 8, and then I started guitar lessons at a place in Searcy, Arkansas called Quattlebaum Music, and I would go there for 30 minutes once a week, and the guy would teach me, you know, cowboy chords, G, C, D, E, and A, and you know, you learn how to do the cowboy picking. And I think the first song I learned was "Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys," and I was it was okay, but I really wanted to learn how to play, you know, rock and roll. And I can remember the first time my uncle was a guitar player out of Memphis, and I was riding around with him one day, and Money for Nothing was playing on the radio. I said, "Man, how does he get that sound?" He said, "Oh, well, he's using a Stratocaster." I was like, "Okay." I had no idea what he meant. I thought so. I went and got a Stratocaster. I was like, "Well, this doesn't sound like that." What I meant, what I didn't know how to ask, but later I found out that what I was asking was, how does he get that distorted sound, and how does he make it sound so mid-rangey? Well, he uses a distortion, and he uses a crybaby, and he's got it half cocked. You know, that's how he got that sound. But that stuff always interested me. You know, so a lot of times, what ended up being my teacher mostly was just listening and trying my best to figure out how to emulate the sounds and the notes that I was listening to. Because, you know, I had teachers, but my ear was my best teacher, I think.
That's like Eddie Van Halen. He had his special thing on the guitar too.
Oh yeah, what a loss we had there.
um, okay. Where can people go to see your videos, music, and events?
Well, as far as our audio, like I said, you can get those on all the streaming platforms. The Three on the Tree. But as our events, go to Facebook. I can get you a link, but the Three on the Tree on Facebook has all of our dates when we're going to be playing in the next couple months. Like I said, Saturday night we'll be at Ideal Sports Bar. Next weekend we're going to be at the Painted Duck in Atlanta, and then I'm not sure what we've got going. I know we've got some dates in July. I mean, excuse me, in January and February, March, all the way. I know we're booked all the way up to at least May 1st. May 1st will be at the Foundry in Athens. and that's going to be a fun show. So looking forward to that one. That's a great room there.
Okay. If it wasn't for music, what would you be doing right now?
I have no idea. I have no idea. You know, I mean, probably computer science, probably programming computers or testing software. You know, something inside. I've framed houses. You know, I've done roofing. I've done everything you can think of. But you know, I'm at the point now where I like working inside. It's easier on my body.
Well, thanks for being on the show today. Yeah,
Thank
really
you,
enjoyed
Rich.
having.
Yeah. I'm so glad that we got our bugs worked out. So, and and feel free to ask us back anytime. Enjoyed it. Thank you.